Hello. Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. It is so great to see you. Thank you for being here. I tried not to step on Lori over on the way of positive change, so I was writing down your questions as they came up in the chat. So I've got actually questions written down already for today. So I've taken care of that. So we will jump right in. Thank you so much for everything. Okay, so questions are first come, first serve. If I don't read on your question, seriously, it is never anything personal, and I am literally here every day of the year. Okay, weekdays, weekends, holidays, my birthday, your birthday, I am always here. So, and you can probably tell that I'm loving the show Loki that's come out. So I was watching that this morning and I thought, welcome to the TVA. Anyway, all right, so I will start right at the top. 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. I have a hard cutoff date. It's Wednesday, so on Wednesdays I finish no later than 1:40. But I have your questions down, so maybe we'll. Oh, thank you, Pamela. So hopefully we'll get this sorted out. So thank you, Kathy Anderson. Yeah, Loki, isn't it great? Thank you, B. Smith. All right, so thank you, K. Nelson. So we're going to start with very sad, Afghan translators. No spoilers. I'm not saying a word. Oh, no, there are no spoilers here. This is just, if you've seen the first episode, it's just the basic, what you see in the trailer, the TVA. It's got this aesthetic. That's it. No spoilers. There's nothing to spoil there. So, okay. All right. This is so sad. Okay. When you're speaking to me, do put it in the chat in all caps. Other than that, just please type normally so that I know when you're talking to me and when you're talking to others. Okay. So I'm afraid I'd love to take more questions, but I already wrote down the 12 questions for today out of the chat starting at the top. So sorry about that, but I'll be back tomorrow. Seriously, just put your questions in tomorrow. In the chat, first come, first serve. So occasionally there's certain things I won't read on, but there's usually a reason for it, or I get an empty room feeling or whatnot. So anyway. Oh, thank you guys. All right, so at 4 minutes. Oh, this is so sad. What's happening with the Afghan translators when the U.S. leaves their country? This is going to be ugly. This is going to be ugly. Man. Thank you, guys. So, Afghan translators. What is going to happen with Afghan translators? Once the U.S. leaves. It's not pretty. They took huge risks to partner with us. Oh, good luck at your appointment, Kathy. Three of Swords, Queen of Wands, some of them will get out of the country, but those who don't, collaborators. Yeah, I don't want to go any darker. I don't want to go any deeper into this energy, or I will stand here and cry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's no point looking any further. Okay. All right, let's go back to the States, back to our traders. 6 minutes in. Will John Barrasso, the Republican from Wyoming, he has stated he's determined to make Biden a half-term president. Technically, wouldn't that mean that Biden has until next year? So there's still plenty of time. Anyway, John Barrasso. I'm feeling very bureaucratic secretary-ish. I think we should give him forms to fill out. Big stack about this big. Oh, you'd like to do that? Here. Fill these out yourself. Bye-bye. John Barrasso. John Barrasso. Is he have anything? Are there any whispers he might be involved in the insurrection? This feels an awful lot like he's worried. Let me look at the other cards and I might pull some more. Anyways, John Barrasso, going to the Republican from Wyoming, is he going to succeed in making Biden a half-term president? No. Oh, right in the middle, big, feels very large. Oh, he's going to be a footnote in history. These are all minor arcana. I wonder if he had something to do with the insurrection. I don't know. But, oh, thank you, Dave. It feels like maybe it was when the Congress was accepting the electoral college votes. And this is the group of the people siding with Trump. Right now, it's sitting pretty, but some Republicans will stay sitting pretty, but some will not. And this feels like he's really worried, and he's making a lot of noise to try to deflect. Let me pull a few cards. So, John Barrasso, are you worried about your own? Yes, I agree, Jody. A stinky footnote. He gets the stale coffee in the break room. I'm trying to find humor in this heinous stuff. So I'm making late 70s, early 80s secretary jokes, bureaucratic jokes. Trying. Thank you, Paulette. All right, John Barrasso. Looking at your file here. Are you are you just a touch worried about perhaps something you've done that you regret? Dave, and the crusty donut. We may save the crusty donut for Trump or someone, but yes, we could probably find another one. It gets the stale coffee and the crusty donut. That's a prosecutor. Look at that. Thank you, Wonder Nice. Okay, this is just hoping to get his reward from pushing the far right views, and of course it annoys him that Democrats have had the success they've had. So he's trying to blow smoke. He's trying to blow smoke. But the card for the reading is a prosecutor. It's not here, but it is a card for the reading. I wonder what he was up to. Oh, Pamela, give him the 3-day-old coffee. Exactly. All right. Will he succeed? No. No, he's making noise. It's just sending a message, a dog whistle. It's just sending a message to the base. Yeah, that's all that is. Okay. All right. So at 12 minutes, Mark Meadows. Will Mark Meadows be in trouble? Will Mark Meadows be in trouble for trying to overturn the election? For going to all the stuff he sent to the DOJ to tell them to look at Italian satellites changing votes. Really? Are the Italian satellites up there with the Jewish space lasers? Italian satellites, huh? Gucci. Oh, it's the Gucci satellite. Mark Meadows. I'm trying to find the humor in all of this because it's so awful. It's so awful. So I'm just trying to find the humor. Mark Meadows. Yeah, I think you should have. Think maybe you shouldn't have said that. Maybe you shouldn't have. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, he was there, and he was around Trump, and he was caught up in that whole horrible mentality of do whatever you want. And creating confusion. I mean, this is craziness. This is also the card, this is a card of fiction. Artistry, movies, novels, stupid conspiracy theories. The Star. 9 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. Okay. You know what the energy I'm getting off of this is? Entitlement. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. That was very kind. Thank you. This is entitlement. Sorry. The other day I mentioned when who was the moron who was saying that can we change the Earth or the moon's orbit to end climate change, and And I was saying, yeah, let's space 1999 this thing. And I linked to, because the whole series, it's only 2 seasons, and the whole series of Space 1999 is on YouTube. It was a sci-fi show it came out in, I don't know, it was like 1980 or something. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah. But a lot of people did the like set design and a lot of stuff to do with that show. Actually went directly from there to working on the first Star Wars movie, which is kind of fun. So I've been sucked back into that, and I've been watching Space 1999 again. And one of the things I have noticed is that a lot of the I've just rewatched like maybe 7 or 8 episodes, but it's surprising the number of problems and plot problems that come directly out of toxic masculinity. The women are there's this level of women being treated like they're just these delicate little things, even though they have PhDs and all this kind of stuff. But the men, they lash out and people put up with it. They lash out, they're physical, they get all this toxic masculinity. And it's just like, wow. I mean, there are at least half of the episodes I've seen, if you took out the toxic masculinity, there wouldn't be a plot. There wouldn't have been a problem. It's this entitlement of, I'm going to lash out. I'm going to act like a caveman. I'm going to do what I want because I'm being super emotional. That's what this is. I know that seems like a long way to go back around, but that's what this is. This is Meadows and all of them. Of course they can believe in Italian satellites and all this other stupid stuff. Because if it sounds good to them, then it must be true. They're in charge. They really, in the same way that I explain Trump's narcissism, as he really, if you think about it, he really does think he's a king. And you don't owe loyalty to your subjects individually. If you're a bad king, we know he's a bad king. So that's what this is. This is just the illusion, believing anything. And yes, and I'll just tell them to go do that. And it's like, okay, meanwhile, back in the real world, you should have kept your mouth shut. So is he going to get in trouble for this? Is he going to face actual consequences? I don't know if are there actually laws against this? Thank you, Jean. Are there actually laws against this? Against what he did? Oh, and don't forget, this Friday, day after tomorrow, is the 900th video on this channel. Mark Meadows, are you going to get into trouble? Legal trouble. You have the temperance card again, which may not bode well. Yeah, Fennec, laws against stupidity. Oh, I don't like that at all. Got a 4 of swords. I've got a 9 of wands. No, these are. This is just more garbage from the Trump era, suffering from that, but these are not the cards of someone getting into trouble. Temperance, legal silence, suspension of legal stuff. Yeah. I don't know that Mark Meadows is going to get in trouble in this. Am I going to have a big party on my 1000th video? Maybe. I don't know. Thank you, Gail. Robin's saying, have you invited anyone to join you on Friday? I just have to put the link in the email. and I'll be sending it out after this. Well, or this afternoon. Mark Meadows. So, surprise. According to this, Mark Meadows is going to get away with frustrating. However, we are now about to read on someone who would definitely does not, unlike so many Democrats, does not need to grow a spine because she already has one. So, Stacy Abrams. What is the political future of Stacy Abrams? What is the political future of Stacy Abrams? Page of Cups. She's helping states get the vote out. That's what she's. Okay, that's a card for the reading. All right, a big change. End of chapter of one life. Hanged Man. Merchant card. That's gonna be the wish card. Knight of Wands, Four of Wands. This is all of this is fighting for voting rights. Changing the way things have been done. Making so many votes that can't fail. So many votes that can't kick out the Democrats. But of course, and she's fighting the far right stupidity. So she's going to be doing this for a while. Is she going to run for higher office? Senate, governor, president? Stacy Abrams, all of which sound very good. Governor Stacy Abrams, Senator Stacy Abrams, President Stacy Abrams. I like all of them. She gets the nice croissant, Danish, that kind of mix. She gets that nice thing out of it. That's for Stacy Abrams. And those of you who are just joining, I'm doing we're doing a late 70s, early 80s secretarial bureaucracy theme. So good people get the nice stuff. Bad people get the old stuff from the break room, and they have to fill out lots of very complicated paperwork. Thank you, Jeffrey. That's very kind. Thank you. Oh, she's going to bring some people down. Oh, her actions are going to directly lead to quite a few quite a few changes on the state level. But is feeling state. Page of Pentacles. Hermit. Ten of Cups. In the center, Knight of Pentacles. I've got Stacey Abrams working in the States, and oh, is she going to work in the States? Thank you, Jay Rumley. This is like trying to get younger people, they're leaning Republican, getting them to vote. This is her getting in the way, putting things in the way where it's like, oh, before you decide you're going to be a lifelong Republican, let me show you some things. Let me talk to you about some things. This is the Republicans trying to continue voter suppression and all of this stuff. And this is legally them being completely shut down. And she is a big part of it. And the rise of Democrats across the country, Stacy Abrams and the people she's helping in other states as well. Bless that woman. She gets 2 of the croissant Danish. And I'll do all of her paperwork for her. Oh, yeah. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, Stacy Abrams. Okay. This was an interesting question. 26. I'm going to stir this for just a second because I still have my lunch here. I know it's not officially my lunch break yet, but I need to get my typing done first. All right, the question is about attendance at Republican events. Are they, is attendance up, down? Is it, up, down? Is it, are they less enthusiastic? How is that, people attending MAGA stuff, Republican, it's the question, attendance at Republican events, up, down, less happy, what? So these would be the people who are sort of diehards, who are willing to get, put their shoes and socks on and leave their houses and go down and stand there among other people like them in front of blowhards. My opinion. The stars. I saw him in person. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you. That's very kind. Okay. All right. Trump's out of office. The country is going to fall apart. We're going to be communists. Well, you said you'd rather be Russian than Democrat than Soviets. So, I'm just getting desperation. This talk about the election will be overturned. First of all, they lost the election. They know they lost the election, but the election will be overturned. This whole thing. So they're gathering up conspiracy theories and what have you, but even those aren't panning out. So it's like, okay, move the goalposts, pick that one up and hide it and try to put another one down. And so they're looking for more hope, and they're just getting further and further afield on looking for hope. And it's just going out into, La Luna, lunacy. Wow, they're getting more and more and more unhinged. Tomorrow we'll have to look at if card fell. Maybe we should look at how unhinged they're going to get. How unhinged. Will far right get? Okay, hold please. I'm going to go check with the front desk workers on the main floor. Be right back. I'm back with an Emperor card. Okay. Again, trying to find humor in this because it's very sad, and it's, yeah, just trying to stay above it energetically as much as possible. Okay. Okay, now the next question was about Kevin Strickland, the Missouri prisoner. Somebody needs to redo their paperwork, because if you don't know about this, here, let me go over here. Thank you, Patricia. Okay, if you don't know about this, Missouri Supreme Court won't hear Kevin Strickland's case, even though prosecutors say he's innocent. Over the last 40 years, Kevin Strickland tried by himself at least 17 times to get his claims heard by Missouri courts. He's never received a hearing. Trying to stay above it, trying to stay above it. There's a great book, Johannes Cabal, the Necromancer. Beginning of the book, he goes, it's a real book. It's a good one too. He goes down to, and to get into hell, because it's hell, they have you, you have to stand in lines and fill out forms. A lot of lines, a lot of forms. And that's how you get in. I think that sounds good for these people. The people who are keeping this poor man in jail, in prison, not giving him a hearing. Trying to stay above it. Trying to stay above it. Kevin Strickland, are they going to let you go? This is ridiculous. Give people hearing. The prosecutors are saying he's innocent. Kevin Strickland. I'm not alone. He's got spirits around him. There's something about what's happening to him that's going to lead to a change in laws or a change in something, but it's going to have effects in the future. So it's weird. I just put my energy toward him, and it was, it's like one of the forgive me, I was watching Loki this morning, and this is going to sound bizarre, but for lack of a better term, I'll call them time or fate angels. It's like, oh, hello. They're big, kind of see through. And they witness and they hold things, because these things are going to have repercussions. Magician. Yes, people standing up. Yes, stand up. 17 times. Tried 17 times. Law enforcement being far right. Disappointment. We're definitely disappointed. Sun card. Ace of Swords. All right, this is the path. Normally in a reading like this, it's the center card that has the most power. But this actually doesn't feel like it. It feels like this card has the most power. Sword of Truth is coming. Could have gotten here a little bit sooner, but no, it's... Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. Kevin Strickland. Cards are coming straight off the top of the deck. That's good. Ace of Swords. I got at that's what I was talking about at the end there. Judgments. Scrutiny. About corruption. And the disappointment of what has happened. There's going to be a lot of scrutiny on this. There's going to be increasing scrutiny on this. Okay, there may be some rejoicing, but it doesn't feel like it may take a while. Okay, this is what has kept him in place, but this is the card of evidence, and where would you get where would you get evidence? You get it in court. And it weakening the kinds of policies and situations that allow this to happen. Bless you, Kevin Strickland. Bless all around you. Bless your family. Okay. All right, so that's that. Oh, thank you. Okay. I forgot to write down the time. That's okay. I'll check afterward. All right. The next question was about Rudy Giuliani, 37. He hasn't been in the news. Is he in hiding? Is he... Thank you, Dazzler Gems. Is he... Rudy Giuliani, are you in hiding? Are you just too not sober to go out? What's going on? Rudy Giuliani. Oh, definitely watching the news. Hanging on the news. Every scrap of information. Rudy Giuliani. Oh, it's so sad. It's so pathetic. Look, I know the heinous things this guy has done, but I just... It's like... How old is he? Isn't he up near 80? And it's like he's... It's like you go to try to find him, and you find him in a hotel room, and he's just lying on the floor in like an open button-down shirt and his gutchies, and he's drunk and he's incoherent, and you're just like, stand up, pull yourself together. Yuck. Terrified. He's terrified of legal decisions that are coming down, are going to come down. He's really afraid. I'm getting the sloppiest drunk. He's 77. Thank you, Pamela. It is a sad image. I'm getting the sloppiest sloppy drunk. Doesn't anybody care about this man? Come get your father, friend, husband. Somebody help this guy. It's pathetic. It's sad. Oh, great plans. The Democrats got in power anyway. He was looking for a payday. He really does pay a lot of money in alimony and whatnot. So he did this big thing overseas for Trump, looking for a big payday. The plan to overturn the acceptance. He's laser focused. If he can, well, as much as he can be laser focused on anything. Yes, you are Slovak and Croatian. Oh, yes, Slovenian and Croatian. Gutchies. It's what I grew up calling them. I never learned Serbo-Croatian, but a few of the words stuck in. So underwear are they're gutchies. That's what we called them. And back when I could eat eggs, if you took your toast and you dipped it into like the yolk of an egg you were about to eat, you'd muchi the bread, I guess, which is to soak, or I don't know exactly, but they were gutchies, and you'd muchi the bread. And so, anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to. He's going to sober up in jail. It's just chaos. It's just chaos in his head. And it does feel like if he survives this, he'll have to sober up when he's in jail. Ugh, yuck. But he's not allowed anywhere near the candy dish. Okay, at 42. Did Trump have the DOJ spy on Republicans? Especially like his allies and what have you. What level of paranoia, what level did the paranoia reach? Uncover the news. Hey, Kristen's here. Trump to resume rallies this month in Ohio. Thank you, Kate. Just Kate. Trump rallies. Mm-hmm. Enjoy it while you can. Okay. Did Trump have the DOJ spy on Republicans? Trump have the DOJ spy on Republican allies, Republicans who weren't, not like, I'm not talking about like Romney and, I'm not talking about Mittens. I'm talking about the others. Words are coming straight off the top of the deck. This is going to end up in a report somewhere. Jay Brumley, prediction, of course. The plan, the great plan of the autocrat. Fool in charge of a large, powerful institution. There's so much that's going to come out and end the way things used to be. Hanged man. Oh, people are going there. There are some people going to prison for this whole DOJ spying thing. I'm picking up on a lot of bar energy, and I got the world card right in the middle. This kind of thing is not going to fly in future. Mm-mm. And there are some people who are going to get strung up by their heels, and they're going up the river. Because this fool was in charge of a very, very powerful institution. Well, specifically, let me know if that noise is too loud. We'll call it the paper shredder. Someone's using the paper shredder in the office. All right, 45. 45. Well, Trump. Face legal repercussions. For DOJ spying. Okay. Will Trump face legal repercussions for DOJ spying? Hang on. Google piece. Oh, sorry. Jay Brumley, give us, O Lord, our daily drama, and forgive us our trespasses, because they're certainly not even seeking forgiveness for theirs. Will Trump face serious legal problems for the DOJ spying on his enemies? Yes, my printer has stopped being haunted. Good old boys network. But also now there are a whole different set of boys in charge. Rise of democratic power. Voluntarily holding still. Oh, did you guys hear Jim Jordan saying that if something needs to be looked at, it's that Mark Meadows went to the DOJ, or told the DOJ, you need to investigate this ridiculous thing about Italian satellites changing votes in the voting machines. And I said this earlier that, I'd like to see the Gucci satellite. That would be entertaining. But, and the DOJ basically dragged their feet and were like, well, Jim Jordan, I saw a video. He actually sat there and he was saying, what we need to investigate is the White House told the DOJ to do something and the DOJ just gave them the middle finger. Oh, Jim Jordan, I shall not miss you either. Okay. Knight of Cups, Magician. It's a scandal. It's going to continue for a while. It doesn't feel like the biggest scandal it's going to hit, but it's going to be a thing. Yeah, it's going to be a thing. But aggressive law enforcement, but people politically wedded to Trump. Lawyers and this is not feeling like the catastrophe that it should be for Trump. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry, I was warned to close the window, so I closed the window. There's other stuff coming for Trump. Teresa, Italy has satellites. Oh, I'm sure they do, but since we're talking about Italian satellites changing the results in voting machines in America, I'm thinking the satellites, of course, it would have to, maybe a Gucci satellite would be changing, because they're going to do it in style. I'm just being ridiculous too. That's all. Okay. Speaking of the Orange Fuhrer, at 15 minutes, will Trump be deemed illegitimate? I've asked this before in certain ways, but let me see what I get. Oh, jeez. Shuffled, completely missed. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, I've got the whole bureaucratic secretary late 70s thing down. Which makes sense considering I was very young at that time. I remember that. I was born in 71, so late 70s, all that kind of stuff, I saw it. Oh, yes, from the Gucci, so rich, exactly. Armani, the Armani Gucci satellite to change the voting. Oh, Kristen has, here we go. Ready for this? Pull up to the water cooler. The January 6th apologists have let Antifa off the hook. Now, the FBI did it. It's like they're saying you need the long collar on your blouse to finish the look. Here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Pamela, I'll take Louis Vuitton for $5,000. Oh, I don't think $5,000 would cover it if it's Louis Vuitton. Alain, next I'll be blaming leprechauns. Oh, that's awesome. We'll have to look at that tomorrow. Republicans blaming January 6th on the FBI. Really? Okay. Well, that would, in theory, stop some of the FBI from looking at them, or it would put up barriers if they're being accused, because the FBI are the ones who could really do damage to these politicians. Polyone is saying Buddha said 3 things always rise: the moon, the sun, and the truth. I like it. I like it. So at 53. Will Trump be deemed illegitimate? And this is no shade on any other readers who may have come up with something different. We're all reading on the collective energy. And if this is what Linda G has been saying, actually, as I wrote it down, I remembered that. And I'm not questioning Linda G. If you're going to believe somebody, I just always assume believe whoever that is. Unless, especially Linda G, who's awesome. Her energy's amazing. She came on here once, and when she went away, it was like this massive entourage, spiritual entourage, kind of passed behind her as she was leaving, and it was like, wow. But will Trumpy, who is not impressive, and spiritually, yeah, I can hear crickets. Will Trump be found illegitimate? I'm still getting I always get, like, some of his policies, gone. Some of the things he did, forget it. But not fully stamped in triplicate, you're done. Fine, if you're feeling after that, I'm just getting the, Boo-Boo has figured out he can walk and lie underneath the standing desk. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you. Strength. Well, we have the strength. We found out, yes, when we vote, we found out that we have the strength to quiet the orange beast. Okay. 9 of Swords. Four of Cups. Star card. Two of Cups. Hierophant. Well, the system certainly suffered under him. Republicans are not working with this. There is hope, but and we're trying to get as much of the water to keep as much of the poison out of the well, or get enough poison out of the well, but it's not perfect. Democrats are working together now. There's a lot we don't know. Well, that's kind of an understatement. Will once things are out and known, will Trump be deemed an illegitimate president? Get that notarized. And no, you get nothing out of the candy dish. Democrats working together, definitely working together to find the truth, and it's very day to day, piece by piece. So, all right, 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 7 of Cups, the World. If it is, it's going to take a long time. There's so much that's going to have to come. This is I'm getting 4 or 5 years. I'm getting a long time. I'm getting one last pull of 3 cards. All right, legal heartache, insult to injury, law enforcement, and the Ace of Wands. So yes and no. In spirit, yes. In fact, but there are things that the Democrats are going to pull out by the roots, not just paper over. So I guess we'll see. Okay. So at 59, let's read on Trevor Reed. Bless. Let me shuffle here for a second. And thank you for being here. Thank you. You all get the good donuts. And I'll make fresh coffee for you. And I'll even type things up in triplicate so you don't have to fill all the paperwork out yourself. Thank you, Jolly. Cecilia saying Putin played the piano for a photo ops, which I guess is a better look than actually playing Trump like a fiddle. Okay, this is terrible. Trevor Reed. Will the American imprisoned in Russia, Trevor Reed, be released after this Biden-Putin Summit? Yeah, let's just go with that. Carbon copies, thank you. It's been a long time. Trevor Reed. Scary. Higher wisdom. I do believe Biden is working hard to try to get him out. It feels the energy is like just not just me, but just in general. It's like get him and wrap your arms around him. Trevor Reed. All right, I've got a Six of Wands, a Queen of Pentacles, a Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Queen of Swords. It's not nice where he is, to say the least. This is what happened to him and where he is, but this does feel like diplomacy. Especially this one. Okay. Prisoner exchange, something. Page of Pentacles. All right, Biden's making it a priority, which is going to, it sounds terrible. It makes it less likely he's going to die. Communication, message. Okay, could this be a prisoner exchange? Those are Putin's autocratic far right, the law being completely turned on its head and ridiculousness. Prisoner exchange? Prisoner exchange? That would be good. That would be good. Mama Bear, I'm reading on Trevor Reed, the American being held in Russia. Will he be released after the summit between Biden and Putin? Having a prisoner exchange. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's a big change. Cards of change. Coming home. Oh, please let this be right. Oh, please let this be right. Please let this be right. This feels really good. Well, that doesn't, but that's Russia's demands and what have you. This is good. This is good. Movement. End of an old era, and that old era was really dark. So, change, movement. Please let this be right. I'm not 100% accurate. That's not how this works. But I read on the collective energy. Same way you do. It's the same way you can. I might have more practice, but I am not psychic Griswelda who knows all, but I believe there's a collective energy and it can tell us things, and this feels very strong. So, fingers crossed. Okay. All right, speaking of what's right, Juneteenth. Will Juneteenth become a federal holiday? Alexander saying Biden is leaving Switzerland right now and everyone in the picture has big smiles and looks happy. Hopefully that means good things. Might just be relief. If I got away from Putin, my life intact, I'd be pleased. Chris is saying, my brother was a lefty born in 1955. In school, they tied his arm behind his back to change it. It didn't work. I was born in 71, and my mother specifically put me in a Montessori preschool. And then the kindergarten I went to as well was Montessori, so that they didn't, because it was the only place she could send me where they wouldn't try to make me right-handed. But, okay. Here we go. So, Juneteenth, which is Slave Emancipation Day. It is this Saturday, June 19th. We are celebrating it. Is it going to become a federal holiday like it should be? Juneteenth, emancipation of the slaves. Should never have, that whole slavery, this should never have happened anyway, but at least it ended. Juneteenth, federal holiday. Republicans, ranker. You know how they're stopping all kinds of things about slavery being taught in schools? Hermits. Knight of Swords. King of Swords. I believe this is laws being passed eventually, but after careful study. So, will it happen? It looks like it. Will it happen soon? Do not hold your breath. Rasson reads, it passed already, didn't it? Did it? Is that what that was saying? Well, I wanted to sing, I'm told many young people cannot read a clock with hands. It's mean, but I admit I do find it funny. Those videos of teenagers trying to make rotary phones work. It doesn't hurt them, and I don't know who they are. And I find that very funny. And very sweet. It passed the Senate, soon to the House? Really? I hope so. Judgment. Wheel of Fortune. Hermits. Again, I'm getting that careful study. Exact same 3 cards at the end. Hopefully. Laura, does being left-handed run in families? Yes, it's genetic. My father's left-handed. Not as left-handed as I am, because I'm actually entirely left side dominant, but he writes left-handed. Okay. Weisselberg. Now there's someone who just, we're going to make him wait in the waiting room. We're gonna delay letting the people in the office know he's here. Let him stew in the waiting room. 110, Weisselberg. Weisselberg. And the Art of the Grift. How you feeling? Weisselberg. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sure they'll be with you in just a moment. Would you like some coffee from the break room? Weisselberg, how are you doing? You see the writing on the wall. And I'm getting the words, we're going to be poor. I'm sorry, sir. Would you like the tiniest violin? Let me get that for you. Queen of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Very much on the defensive for what he did. Three of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Apparently he's been dragging his feet and like, I'm not going to work with you guys. I'm not going to flip. And he's been going to work every day. And this feels like going to work every day. This is groups of the forces coming against him, coming against the company. They're subpoenaing things. He's feeling very much up against the wall, but he's just, no, I'm going to be loyal. I'm going to do, really? Going to be loyal to Trump, huh? And your sons are going where? What's going to happen to them? So you can be loyal to Donald Trump, really? Alexander's tune will change when 45 throws him under the bus. Well, an autocratic king has no loyalty to anyone. No individuals. Nope. He goes back and forth between being angry and scared for his kids to worried to trying to think of a furious way out of it. It's like emotionally he's bouncing around. Star. He knows all the spotlights are on him. All the lights are pointing at him. Matter of fact, I'm going after, what's his name? The controller. The guy working under him, the one who goes through the actual invoices. When I read on him, all of his energy was going straight up to Weisselberg, not Trump. He was giving stuff to get Weisselberg. That's what it felt like. Merchant of lies, but okay. Ace of Wands. Bullying and bludgeoning, it worked forever. Can't even go out for a nice lunch anymore without being stared at and talked about, and he wants his old life back. The one where you were fleecing people for money and doing all kinds of illegal things. McConaughey. Thank you, Asentua. Thank you. Yes, entertainment purposes only. Weisselberg. So what's going to happen to you? He feels like he's already said too much. And I'm getting cards right out of the middle of the deck, that hedging your bets. He's being judged everywhere he goes. At work, at home, he can't go to the he can't, not that he go to the grocery store, but he can't go to the store, he can't go out for lunch, he can't. Trump's at the center of that. And that's a legal decision because he's hemmed in. He just needs to be willing to explain some things and walk it through and that sort of thing. And legally, Trump goes down. There's stuff against him as well, stuff against his family. But if he's willing to do that, it feels like this is voluntarily standing still. This is surrounded by the swords of law. They've hemmed him in. So do you flip on Trump? If I could save time in a bottle. Was there a reason we're got that song? You're gonna have that song stuck in my head for the rest of the day? I'd like to do. All right, last three cards on Weisselberg. TikTok, thumbs up. He wants to give Trump this victory. He may not be able to, or he might just lie about it. Emotionally disappointed. Secrets. He's reluctant, but he's worried about his family. That he knows who he's betraying. He has spent how much of his adult life? I mean, didn't he start out as like an accountant under Fred Trump and worked his way up whatever many steps there are to work up? And then he got inherited by Trump. Got the goods on you. And that spotlight is very hot. What you did, they've got the paperwork. You can pretend all you want that you're not going to work with them, but they've got the goods on you, Spiff. You're done. You're done. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's going to do it for me for today. I've done 13 questions. I'll see if I can get the timestamping up. And yeah, I'll see if I can do that before I need to go. Because it's Wednesday. Same thing every Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. And I will be back tomorrow. And at 4 o'clock, I'll be over at Book Art Media doing writing sprints and organizing writing stuff. We work on our projects. You're always welcome to join. They're just 4 quiet 25-minute writing sprints. Just focus on your work. So other than that, I will be back here tomorrow. On Friday, I'll be sending out an email to some other readers today, if anybody's available. Friday will be my 900th public video. Thank you for visiting Black and Orange today. Squeak. Hi. Come here. Where are you? Oh, come here. Did you guys notice in the Loki trailer, let alone the show itself, there was a kitty in the offices? So anyway, I hope your day goes really well. Would you like up here? Oh, all right. Have a great day, everybody. Take care, sweetness. Take care. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. You are precious. All right. We'll see if there are any treats for you in the break room. Yeah?